Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, I'm going to share with you what's in my Zamplebox this month, so stay tuned. For those of you who do not know what a Zamplebox is, it's a monthly subscription service of e-liquid that is based on your preference of specific flavors. Zamplebox only selects the highest quality juices that are available, and they put them into your box that you will get every month on that subscription service. So let's go ahead and take a look what's inside. I am a long-time family member of Zamplebox. Now I tried other services, other e-liquid subscription services, and this is the one that I prefer. This is an opinion, but I prefer, if choosing all the different ones out there, this is the one that I have chose. Now, when you sign up for Zamplebox, or you sign up for the subscription, when you first go to their webpage, you're going to hit subscribe, and then you will choose the flavor profile that you like. So they'll present you a whole bunch of different flavors, and you will choose at least 5, if not more, of all the flavors you like. This way, Zamplebox knows what your tastes are, and they don't send you something that you're not going to like. If you don't like tobacco or you don't like menthol, you don't select those, and then you won't get them. The next thing that you'll do is choose the size of box. Now, not the physical size, but how many bottles you get. They have like a small and a large. The small is like a 6-bottle version that runs about $25 a month. You get between 60 and 100 milliliters between those 6 bottles, and it's $5 shipping. Or you can get the large one that comes with 11 bottles. It runs about $45 a month. You get between 120 and 180 milliliters plus $9 shipping. Now that might sound like a lot, but actually it's cheaper than most of the subscription services, and also it's 70% cheaper than if you were to just go out and buy the equivalent amount of liquids, you know, onesies and twosies from different companies, because like a bottle can cost you $15-$20 a bottle, or 10, or you know, whatever. You know how much your juice costs. So can you imagine getting 11 bottles of that juice and how much that would cost compared to $45 in this one? This is the gold box, or the big box. So after you choose your box size, then you'll go ahead and choose the level of nicotine that you want. This way, you know, you get 0, 3, or whatever percent, so you get the nicotine level that you like. And then you check out. Now, special deal here, and I'll put the code below right here. But if you choose to sign up today, and I'll go ahead and put the link to the Zamplebox to make it easy for you to get there below in the description box. But you know, click on there, take you to Zamplebox, and then when you're checking out, after you choose your nicotine level, if you put in Gear 20, if you put in Gear 20, just like it's written down here, you'll get another 20% off. So that's 20% off the already 70% off you average that you would get off your normal juice. I'd say that's a pretty good deal. Now, if you're concerned about subscriptions, you can cancel anytime. It's hassle-free. They treat you like family, for real. Zamplebox 2014. I think this is the last box of 2014. I just was getting to it, but you can see family member right there. They sent me my own little card. You know, they're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Vine. They're, you know, and they're very engaged in the vaping community, and you as a subscriber. You can see they also give you a lot of different extra coupon codes to different companies of juices and hardware that they will throw in here, which they partner with. They partner with some of the best, or the best e-liquid companies out there, and there's a large amount, and it's growing all the time. So pretty good. And another thing I like about Zamplebox is that they have for and continue to fight for vapors' rights. They will get onto the doorstep of state capitals and fight for yours and my rights, which I really like about the company. It's a stand-up company. Alright, so I'm going on, and I'm not even getting to showing you what I got here. Okay, so this is like the gold, the big box. Let me see, how much did they send me here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so now, how do you open this up? There we go. You could like use these for other things too after you're done. Okay, I got some 503 Betty. Got some Lick. And this is a Juicy Chew. Ooh, you know, I could smell this right now. E-Vapor Hut. Zuka Moo. This is a pumpkin spice custard. That sounds really, really good. That would have been good at Thanksgiving. Let's see. Smoke and Mist. This is butterscotch. We have AW Div. Handmade in Los Angeles. Let's see. I don't know what flavor this is. Some of these companies, they make it so small. I don't see a flavor. If it is, they're hiding it pretty good. So, getting all these ready. I'll go ahead and open up this other one. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to sit here and vape every single one of these on camera, but I am going to choose the top 3 that I like. The Zamplebox likes you to, on the back of this card, choose the 3 and then post it on Facebook, or I'm going to post it here on YouTube, my favorites out of the whole box. Alright, have I don't know if you could read it. I can't read it. They make these weird scripts and everything, and it just, my eyesight sucks to begin with. Asteroid Vapor Galaxy. These are all zero nic, by the way. I vape zero nic. I used to smoke, then I vaped, and now I am nicotine free, and that's one of the great things about vaping. Let's see what we have here. Source code PMF 0 milligram. I like this 50/50 PGVG blend. They say what that is. They say everything that's on here. Made in the USA. I like that. Really good stuff. I like the seals. I like child-proof caps. I like to have the drippers built in, and so for every one of these have the drippers built in them, which I like. I hate bottles that don't have that. Let's see, what's this? Victory Liquid. Ooh, that's kind of interesting, because I was vaping some, I got some here, some older Sunburst, which I love. This one's called Pole Position. What do we have here? Clouds Over Seattle, you pick. Oh man, all this vaping e-liquid. 3 leaves. Alright. Here's another thing I like. I like when they put the born on date batch number. This way, if a company has to recall a certain batch, it makes it a little bit easier to identify bottles. So I really like that. I really like the date. So, you know, once these things get over a year old, you probably want to toss them. I don't think there's an official amount of time put out there, but my rule of thumb is about a year on tossing them. But, you know, it states the milligrams. I like to see the ingredients listed. I like to see the date that they were made and batch dates. I like to clearly see nicotine levels. I like childproof caps. I like to see, this one is not childproof, but I like to have childproof caps on them. I like to have the little dropper built in. And there's very few bottles that have everything that I like. But there we have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try all of these. And I'll go ahead and include a couple of videos of me vaping here. And then I'm going to choose the top 3. What I'm going to be using to test out these e-liquids today is my Clouper T8. This is like a super duper high power. And it's a great rig here to sub-ohm. I have some good batteries in here that are made for sub-ohming. They're safe up to 35 amps. The E-Fest 2500 milliamp. Just showing off what I got here, because a lot of people take interest in all this good stuff. Alright, we'll put that back. And my RDA that I'm using is the Vulcan. I love the Vulcan. And I like how it has the heat sink on the bottom and it has a heat sink on the top. So it keeps the heat from getting to your device as best as possible, and it tries to cool things up before it gets to your lungs. I like that it's a dual coil. And I have some, I think it's 26 gauge. I can't remember. I'll have to take a look. I'll tell you what, let me grab it and I'll be right back. Sorry I wasn't exactly prepared, but this is what I use, 26A WG coil. And for the wicking, I'm using organic cotton balls. I don't use the fancy organic stuff. I'm fine with the cotton balls. So I have 7 winds in the coils, dual coil, the cotton, and look how deep the well is in here. I'm going to bring this up really close and hopefully it will focus. But I love the Vulcan. I like how it has the little thumb wheel, so if you don't have a screwdriver, and the well is so freaking deep that you could put more juice than into some cartomizers into this thing actually. But when you're sub-ohm vaping, you're gonna suck that juice out of there like no tomorrow. So pretty neat. And we'll go ahead and choose something here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and start it. I always have a difficult time choosing which ones I like because I usually end up liking so many out of this group. I'm going to start with the butterscotch. So let's go ahead and actually, you should always shake these things up before you put them in. And that is child-proof. It's almost Fred-proof. We'll go ahead and put a couple in there. This is thick, so this seems high on the VG. Alright. You can see how thick that looks. See? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and vape on this for a little bit. When I said you could put a lot in this RDA, I mean you could put a lot. I've loaded like over 20 drops into this thing, which is crazy. With the Vulcan, it's hard to see the air holes, but in the V right there, I'll let that focus. That's where the air holes are. See? You can see the one on each side. You can see it down in there. So what you want to do is when you put the cover back, you want to line it up with your coils. So the air's coming in right where your coils are. But that is a serious RDA, and I really love it. This is my favorite box here. My favorite box mod with my favorite RDA right now. Of course that changes like almost monthly. You know you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to try the butterscotch. Here we go. By the way, I'm vaping at 30 watts. The resistance is 0.4 ohm, 30 watts. So when I'm trying out a juice, there's a couple of things I always like to sort of try to figure out whether I like it or not. Vapor production is a big thing, you know. I like to get those big plumes of clouds. It always gives me a chuckle when I set off the fire detector and fog up a whole room, or when I'm in my car and I practically I can't see it. I gotta turn the air on because one or two puffs and it's like just like totally fogged out and I can't see. I think it's funny. It's not safe. But then also flavor, and flavor is subjective. What you like and what you don't like is, you know, depends on your taste buds. Then I look at flavor intensity. Is it, you know, is that flavor out there, or you know, am I sort of searching for it? It's just back there. And if the flavor hits the mark of what the stuff's supposed to be, if it's butterscotch, it tastes like, I don't know, cherries, and it's kind of messed up. But it definitely tastes like butterscotch. The flavor intensity is average. It's not really potent. It's just sort of average. It's not great. But obviously good vapor production, probably because it's high on that VG. Another thing I like to look at when I rate bottles is does it have the nicotine level? Does it have the VG? PG blend. By the way, this says VG max, so I guess it's 100% VG. Does it have the childproof cap? Does it have the built-in dripper? I like to see batch numbers, born on date numbers, which this particular bottle does not have. So, you know, those are all the things I like. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all of these, and I'll sort of cut the camera on every now and then so you can sort of just see a couple of them, but it would be too long on top of an already long video. So I'm going to go ahead and run through these and then try to figure out the top 3. Alright, I turned the camera back on because I just hit a flavor that I really like by Lick. No surprise that I like it because it's called Juicy Chew, so it tastes like sort of a gum flavor to me. Maybe a juicy fruit or a bubble gum. Like a juicy fruit, and I love the bottle, and I like that it has the VG-PG blend. It's 40% PG, 60% VG, made in the USA. They have the nicotine level clearly marked. They have the batch number. They had the childproof. Well, they didn't have the childproof cap, but they did have the seal. They are lacking the childproof cap, so hit them one there. They have the ingredients clearly marked. A lot to like right here, and good vapor production. Flavors intense, really, really good. I like this a lot. So I'm going to put this over on my favorite side, and I'll keep on going here. Just to be upfront, full disclosure, I'm not changing the coil and my cotton wick between each juice. What I basically do, because I don't have enough time to do all that, is to saturate it with the juice, vape it till it's almost starting to taste burnt, because the cotton's starting to barely burn. I don't mean burning the cotton, but you could taste it right when it's on the edge. And then I'll saturate it with the next juice, go ahead and blow it off a little bit, and then saturate it again with that next juice. So I'm doing everything that I can to get the flavor of the next one without the first one interfering, short of changing the coils and wick every time. So take that for whatever it is. I know some of you probably will feel like that's not being fair. Oh, I figured out how to finally blow rings, because I had a very hard time, and I'm sitting here, what's an easy way to figure out how to blow a ring without any skills? And finally I thought of it. Watch, I'm going to blow a ring. It's a big vertical ring. Gotcha. Well, I think I just figured out my third flavor, and it was the one that I saved to the end. So I think I got my 3 favorites picked out. So let's take a close look. Before I start placing my 3 favorites here, one of the questions I get asked a lot when I do these vaping videos is, why vape in the first place? Well, You know, e-liquids contain a mixture of propylene, glycerol, vegetable glycerin, nicotine, and some sort of flavoring, and that's really about it. Cigarettes, on the other hand, contain between 4,000 and 7,000 chemicals. Some of those ingredients would be arsenic, formaldehyde, methanol, ammonia, tar, carbon dioxide, all kinds of carcinogens and everything. But e-juice doesn't have any of that. The worst thing that's in there is nicotine. I don't vape juice with nicotine, but nicotine in itself doesn't cause cancer, although it is considered a poison. But, you know, with that being said, you're only getting one bad thing if you vape the nicotine type of stuff. But if you smoke cigarettes, you're getting all kinds of crazy stuff. So this is better than smoking. Okay, so with that being said, I used to smoke, and now I don't smoke, and now I vape nicotine free, which really doesn't have anything bad in it at the time, or at least nothing known bad at the time of this video. So time to pick out my favorites. So I'm going to go from number 3 to number 1. My number 3 favorite is the Victory Liquid Pole Position. And let me tell you a little bit about that stuff. It is, let's see, pole position. Where did I put it? Pole position is banana. It's a creamy dessert with a hint of banana and strawberry. And of course, that's why I like it. Anything that's like a dessert like that, I will absolutely love. The next one is this Lick, and it's a Juicy Chew, so it's sort of a fruity bubblegummy kind of taste. And most of the bubblegum type juices that I've vaped before tend to be very light on flavor. This, however, the flavor is really strong. It carries through, and I've liked other liquids, so this is definitely, this was my number 1 until I hit my number 1. So let's go ahead and grab that. My number 1, I actually vaped this one last when I was going through the bottles because I thought it was something that I didn't like just by the looks of it. But it is a pumpkin spice custard, and holy crap, I love this stuff. If I could only vape one juice for the rest of my life, it would be this. Of course, flavor is subjective, but I'll tell you, the flavor is nice and intense. Vapor reduction is great. The bottle, 20% VG, 80% VG, 20% PG, 0 nicotine. Has the flavor on there. Has the ingredients listed there. What I don't see on here is batch date or date of manufacture, which I'd like to see. Childproof cap. Has the built-in dripper. As a matter of fact, it has a really nice small dripper right there. So almost everything that I like in the bottle, in the packaging. So that is my number 1 pick. So there you have it. There's my 3 favorite first, second, third place out of my Zamplebox this month. And I'll tell you, another really cool thing about Zamplebox is that it's like getting a gift in the mail every single month, and you never know what's inside. So really, really cool. By the way, large box called the Gold Box. It's right there. I didn't even notice. But I love Zamplebox. Mwah. Still my favorite e-liquid subscription service. And again, you can cancel anytime. You know, no pressure. You're part of the family. And if you sign up and use the code GEAR20, you get an additional 20% off your first month. So, really good deal. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and you. So, hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.